Hiya guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, I love you boo-boos. And if you're a new subscriber, please subscribe. Yeah, so today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be talking about toxicness in our lives, and I'm going to be talking about toxic things that we do, toxic traits, and basically toxic things that we have in our lives that we need to get rid of, that need to go. And some of us, we don't even know we have these traits until someone mentions them, so I'm going to be that someone that mentions them to you. Number one, talking out of anger. Everybody and their aunts and uncles and their uncles and their ancestors all the way back to Adam and Eve has probably talked out of anger when they're angry. They said something didn't really mean. You say it in spite, you don't really mean it at the time. It's just a build-up of emotions. You want to say something that triggers the other person, and boom, it comes out. Wrong moment, wrong time. You escalate the argument. So we could have been arguing about bread, but now we're arguing about your whole entire existence. I know it's difficult not to do, because when you're in an argument with someone and you feel like, hey, maybe I'm losing, or maybe, you know, my argument's not coming across clearly, let me just say something that will impact and change the direction of this argument. One thing I feel like I personally do when I'm angry and I know that the argument is going to escalate, I literally will just be like, okay, you know what, right now is not the time for me to speak to you. I'll speak to you maybe tomorrow or later on in a few hours when I've had enough time to cool down, gather my arguments calmly, and not say anything that I know at the end of the day I can't take back. Bible verse that I've got from James 1:19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. You've got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Your brain is bigger than your mouth. So don't let your mouth go. Think before you say. Think. Stress. Ain't gonna lie to you guys, I know this one's a bit of a tricky one, because obviously we're always going to be stressed about something and we can't really eradicate all stress from our lives, but it's how we control how much stress we give to a situation that's the toxic thing. I feel like with a lot of us, we let small situations stress us out beyond comprehension.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
All have the ability to control our stress. It's obviously harder for some people to control their stress more than others, because at the end of the day, you can't change what's happened, you can't change what's being said, you can't change what's being done. So we need to figure out ways to, you know, put stress where stress is needed and reduce stress where it's not. I mean, we can control it through breathing exercises, through exercise, meditation, therapy. And stress is a toxic trait because it makes us anxious. It makes us not able to have resilience, which is what we need in life. We're humans, we're supposed to be survival of the fittest. We're supposed to bounce back. Point number 3, bad ships. Okay, when I say bad ships, yeah, I don't mean Titanic ship. I mean relationships. Ooh, hi baby. I mean friendships. And I mean workships, family relationships. I mean all sorts of relationships that you have in your life. A lot of us stay in relationships because we've been in them for so long and we don't know how to be single, and we don't want to be lonely, and you feel like, I've invested so much time into this person, like leaving the relationship is going to be pointless. It's going to make it seem like I've wasted my time. No, you haven't wasted your time, boo. You have not. If anything, you have managed to develop yourself, and the fact that you can leave that bad relationship and say, I'm leaving that bad relationship, means that you're stronger than you were before you entered that relationship. You respect yourself, you respect your mental health, and you're not going to let anybody compromise it. That's not to say that people that are in bad relationships don't respect themselves. No. But what I'm trying to say is, being in a bad relationship is lonelier than being single. I can assure you and I can promise you that. Everybody is special in their own way, so you should never ever let anybody make you feel like you're worthless. If you are in a bad relationship, and this goes for friendships too, the same points, leave it. It's not worth it. With work relationships, sometimes, yeah, I know it's a bit difficult because we have to just stay in the workplace that we're in purely for finances, but you can improve the relationships of the people at your work. If you feel like, hey, Helen from that side of the room on that department is causing you problems, you need to sort it out. Hey, you know what, Helen? Yeah, Helen, listen, I'm here to work, you're here to work. We're getting paid the same thing. I want to be calm, I want to be cool, but if you're always going to talk about me or talk bad to me about other people, I'm sorry, I'm not for that, because it's going to affect me. I respect the work that you do, but I need you to also respect me and what I'm saying. If you can't sort it out, maybe it's the whole company, then maybe it's time to leave the company. Maybe it's time to apply for new jobs. Talk about your family. Your family you should be able to connect with. I know some families are like, it's a bit difficult, but as with work, just try and see how best you can resolve it. Next trait, you've heard it before, I'm gonna say it again, social media. Don't get it twisted. Social media is good for confidence if you know how to use it correctly. It is good for entertainment, but I feel like a lot of us don't know where the barrier between entertainment and toxicness begins. Damn! A lot of us spend way too much time on social media. On social media, a lot of us look at what the influencers, celebrities, or people that we're following are doing, and you see one nice, perfect glass version of how their lives appears to be so, and then you look at your own and you're thinking, hey, it's not adding up. And spending too much time on there is making us want to be like the people that we see on there, and you don't really know what's going on in their lives, for one. Two, body shapes. This causes mental health problems because, hey, my body don't look like her. Maybe if I do this, I'll look like her. Maybe if I get surgery, I'll become like her. Maybe if I start acting a specific way, I'll look like her. But that's not you. You are not her. Listen, everybody's got their source. Find yours. Find your own. Keep your own. Manifest your own. Show your own. Go paranoid. Okay? Let's compare ourselves to other people, and it gets to the point where it becomes really bad. Developed greed, and you become envious, and you get jealousy, and it's just a massive mix of emotions that you don't need to have or don't need to be, that are detrimental to our health. It prevents us from moving forward because we want what they've got, we strive for what they've got. Do you know how much energy it is to say, oh my god, I don't like her? It means you've analysed whatever you can about her. We need to stop comparing ourselves to people. We are made perfect. God made man in his image. Everybody is perfect. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just because you may not find something perfect or someone perfect doesn't mean they're not. Someone else, that's a diamond in the rough. That's like a needle in a haystack. They're special and they're precious. So you need to remember that you yourself are special. You're unique. You're a blessing. God made you and he perfected you. He looked at you and was like, yes, this is what I'm going to put into earth. This is what I want to add to my creation. This will be perfect for my creation. He didn't do that so you can look at someone else and be like, no, I want to look like them. No, because you wouldn't make the society that he wanted. No two people are the same. Even twins, identical twins. If someone has a nice fancy sports car and I'm like, hey, I want that car, and eventually it's going to get to the point where all I see is that car, all I want to be is that car, then I begin to develop this, why can I not get that car and that person can? Our lives are set in different directions. It may not happen for you now, and it may not happen for you ever. That's being blunt. But we need to remember that something good will always happen in our lives. We just need to let life take its course. We need to stop looking at other people for validation and look for validation in ourselves. Because honey, sir, mister, boo, baby, human, you are perfect. Perfection, first of all, it's good. It's not a toxic trait in itself, but I'm striving to be the best that I can at something. However, I need to remember that even though I'm striving to do something, I need to do things within my capabilities. I can't be the perfect basketballer height. It's impossible. I'll stop growing, mate. I mean, I can walk on stilts, but I'll still be disappointed because it's not perfect. But you need to be able to understand what you're capable of, what's perfect in your capabilities, and you need to understand that sometimes things aren't always going to go in the way that you want them to go. And if you're over perfect and you're a perfectionist about everything, you're going to literally cause problems to yourself mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, all the lees. Because if something's not right, you're not happy. That's where I feel like Bridezilla's originated from. It's your day, but you're literally going mental because you're trying to make it perfect. Leave the wedding planner to do her job, okay? So perfect is a social construct. It's been made by different societies, different groups, whatever you associate yourself with. It's been made by that. Talk about individualistic cultures. Individualistic cultures believe that, hey, you know what? It's good to be independent. We have to be independent. However, in collectivist cultures, they want to work together, they want to be together, and that's their definition of perfect. However, individualistic cultures will look down and be like, what the hell's going on here? Can you not do things yourself? Do you always have to be working together? How do you call yourself perfect as a being if you can only work as a team? And they'll be looking like, well, how can you call yourself perfect as an individual if you can't work as a team? I mean, like, toxic trait I want to say is living in the past. What's happened in the past is a fact. It's happened. Thinking too much in the future is also negative. And I'm not saying you just need to live in the present because that's not realistic. But we need to take just from the past the lessons we've learned. The future, we should look at it as, you know what, these are the goals and outcomes that I wish to achieve, that I desire to achieve. However, I need to understand that maybe things won't happen the way I want them to happen. And if life changes in the way it will change, and I need to not live and think about, hey, what happens if this changes? I need to do this exactly this way, because you will, again, it will lead to disappointment. It will lead to problems. It will lead to your mental health, your self-esteem, your confidence, motivation, determination, self-preservation, your value decreasing. Okay? The future is for where we want to go, direction, but it's only a template, it's only a plan. Plans change. Things happen. It's a journey. You don't get on a roller coaster expecting to get to the end, do you? No, you go up, down, round and round, loop-de-loop, and you come back out, and then you get to the end. The overly competitive people. The people that always want to one-up you. One-uppers just make your whole life a competition. Life is not supposed to be a competition because nobody is in your lane, so who are you racing against? The one-uppers are not listening to you. They're trying to be better than you. And I know it sounds crazy because why are you trying to be better than me when I'm sad? Attention. And they're taking attention away from you. And taking attention from you is making you lose who you are. It's making you become a person pleaser. It's making you just sit down negatively in your thoughts. It's not allowing you to open up. It's not allowing you to be able to communicate what's on your mind. It just builds up loads of stress in you which you don't need. Me and my mum went to Tenerife. Yeah. Well, me and my whole family, yeah, we went to 11 Reef and it was great.
You know what's worse than a Debbie Downer? A one-upper.
I'm gonna like this one. A lot of us ignore our own self-care. Self-care obviously does mean brush your teeth. It does mean take a bath or a shower. But it also means take time for yourself. Do something for you. We live in such a hectic and busy world. We've got work. We've got life, we've got families, we've got friends, we've got employees, we've got relationships left, right and center. And sometimes we just forget to take time for ourselves. So it could be something as simple as, you know what, I'm gonna light the candles, I'm gonna have a nice hour, 2-hour bath. I'm gonna read a book. You know, I'm gonna sit down and just read a book. I'm gonna go to the spa. I'm gonna have a girls' day out. I'm just gonna have a glass of wine when I get home and just relax on the sofa. That's it. How are you expecting to be a better you if you don't look after the original you? We need to stop blaming others and making excuses for our failures. It's not Betty's fault that you can't do what you're supposed to do, okay? Sometimes we just need to own up to the fact that we couldn't do it, we messed up, we didn't try hard enough, we didn't work hard enough, or it's not within our realm of possibilities. Period. Leave it there. We're done. Next one on my list is we need to be appreciative of what we got, when we need to limit and lower how much we complain. Every morning you wake up, someone probably hasn't, or someone is struggling to. Every meal that you have, someone probably doesn't, or is struggling to even get that. Your house, the warmth, everything you've got, you need to be appreciated for. Some people don't have what we have, and we need to be very appreciative of it. We need to just say thank you every single morning that we wake up. Thank you to whoever you believe in religiously. Thank you to yourself. Just do a silent prayer to say I'm thankful that I'm here. People who don't complain and are generally grateful for what they have and what they've received, they're more likely to be happy, more successful, be able to move forward, be able to find better opportunities because they're not complaining about the things that are right in front of them. Like karma, it all comes back around. If you're appreciative, you will be blessed and happy. If you're always complaining, you will always be sad. The point is, negative people. Negative people are like a disease. They just come and attack you and weaken you. It's not healthy. They will come and they will attack you by always talking about things in a negative manner, by always gossiping, by always saying things that basically you feel guilty because you probably don't share the same opinions as them, but you don't want to say anything. They don't allow you to grow. They don't allow you to discuss your own opinions, and they just continue to, they squish you and suffocate you with what they've got to say, which is always negative, and you don't always need negative energy.
No, it's not on. No.
It gets so tiring and it gets so mentally draining. Like, you need to leave these people alone. Bye. Finally, your toxic routines in terms of eating and exercise. Honestly, going for a walk counts as a form of exercise, and it is very, it's like meditation. It's very relaxing. Eating good is good for you physically and mentally. I mean, if you eat bad, you probably get spots and stuff on your face, and you become more stressed, you become more lethargic, you lose energy, you become depressed, and you just continue to eat and eat and eat, and you just feed them negative emotions, and you continue. A rule of thumb is 25, maybe 30% of your shopping is junk food, basically. There's something that needs to be changed. It needs to be balanced. Your exercise, any small exercise, even 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes every 2 days at the bare minimum, is good for you. I go to the gym and I don't want to go to the gym, but then after I've had a nice workout, you just feel so good about yourself. You feel so happy and you feel ready to tackle the next challenge in your life. So yeah, you've heard. Thank you guys for listening to my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys cleanse yourselves. This is the time for cleansing. We don't want to enter a new year or a new decade with these things still weighing us down. We are all perfect. We all need to be strong and resilient. We all need to be happy. We all need to be mentally stable. We all need to do what's best for us. We are on our own journeys, no one else's. And we need to get rid of anything that's weighing us down on our journey. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to share the video.